Where are we?
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. So in the social life, in the Facebook life, we don't know who is in the morning time, who is afternoon, who is evening. So it's better to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening. So good after everyone. Say hi to everyone, and I like to introduce myself first. I am Imran Abul Kashem. I am an award-winning photographer and owner of Westend Photography. And with me, we have a co-host, Deborah. Let's introduce yourself.
Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. So yes, my name's Deborah. Sorry, I know it looks like I'm standing here in the dark. It's just that type of the afternoon for me. And I am a life coach, so working with people on a personal level. And, I just love getting people through the emotions or whatever they're dealing with and helping them work through that and get through to the other side. To just live in a purpose of successful mindset. So really looking forward to our guest today, Imran.
Yes, she is an amazing, and like we know each other, or you probably know the same times, like last 1 year. And we'll take a little bit late about our guest. But how was your week this week, Deborah?
My week this week has been very, yes, I'm happy to say been very productive. So I've been working a lot on a lot in the back end of my business and learning a lot of good stuff. I loved and part of what I'm learning as well is about being able to bring more goodness to how I coach people. So it's been absolutely awesome, and I'm really loving the ongoing learning, and that's always a good space to be in. What about you?
It's very exciting week for me. And like other things we probably share last week, our outdoor photography has like the government give us permission to take photos in outdoor, and now we are hoping for indoor photography like the studio. So I am just mainly making the game plan for the business.
Ah,
So what we gonna do when it's open,
yeah.
and and like what networking I have done all the last 3 months. So what could we benefit from there? So that is my thing is going on. And apart from that, I'm doing another workshop, photography workshop next month. So I'm bit preparing for that.
Yes,
So
awesome. That's so good. Look, and the other good news is that so here in Melbourne we had some restrictions lifted on Sunday. We've had, and we're about to come to a few more. So what I'm feeling around the place is that people are starting to lift, emotionally, spiritually, optimistically. So, which is perfect timing, right? Because the weather is fantastic, and to have us under lockdown at a time like this. Oh, hey, Sonia, to have us in a lockdown time like this. When everything looks so beautiful outside, it's perfect timing for everybody's mental health and well-being.
that's great. Let's talking about happy and talented people.
Yes.
Happy and talented people we have today. Very, very happy and talented plumber. So I like this type of USP I haven't heard before. When Kat and Dave was telling there's like the plumbing company say we are happy talented plumber, and that's attract me a lot. And
Yes.
we say we don't take about more talks about not more about her. She will tell us about happy and talented stories. So let's
Absolutely.
let's introduce our guest, Kat
Yeah.
McCarthy.
Kathy McCarthy.
Hello, you dynamic duo, you. Hello. How are we?
Very, very good. So glad to have you here. This is awesome.
Great to be here. Thank you.
So the happy, talented plumbers. I must admit, like Imran was saying, the first time I heard yourself and David talk about your business, and that was the catchphrase. I'm like, wow, that's really, really cool. Not something that you would hear under the banner of tradesmen, right?
Yeah. Well, happy and talented can seem a bit kind of whimsical and a bit fluffy, but essentially it's what we want all of our team to be. We want our team to be happy and enjoy their job and enjoy working for us. And, you know, if they're happy, then our clients are happy, and that's one big, nice, happy circle, life cycle. And the talented part is, you know, we don't just want to be happy and, you know, flighty. We want to give good quality work, good quality technical work. So talented is something that is grown. That's the part that we invest in, and we give our team training, ongoing training, lifelong learning, like, you know, you were talking about before.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's the talented part of happy, talented people that we have on our team.
Very nice, very nice. And there's some great stuff that we want to sort of chat to you about. And but I'll throw over to Imran. And just excuse me, I'm just going to play around a little bit more with my lighting to try and get some more stuff happening while that's going on. So ignore me.
No worries, I will ignore you. I'll just put that in the
spotlight.
In the spotlight.
So we are ignored.
There
So that's.
I'll get my spotlight brighter on me then, Imran.
Yeah.
All right. How is your week going? Like, tell me some happy news for this week.
Happy news. This week's been busy as every other week for the past 7 years of our business, but it's good busy, really good busy. I was telling you earlier, Imran, it's been a recruitment drive this week. I have inducted a new plumber to our team. We've advertised for another qualified plumber to join our team, and we have advertised for a first-year apprentice this week as well, which we're excited about all those positions. So our team is growing again, which is exciting and scary at the same time. But it's been a recruitment week. We've been inducting, we've been looking at resumes, conducting interviews, and also I did some mock interviews for Werribee Secondary College this week, which I actually really love doing. So the poor kids in Year 12 this year, as we all know, have had one of the worst years to be Year 12. And so work experience positions were cancelled this year because obviously only essential workers, as we know, could get out and work. So that cancelled all these work experience positions. So I did some mock interviews and a bunch of other employers did for Winlen as well. So, which was cool to be able to give them something because they missed out on a lot. So a lot of recruitment type of activities this week.
Excellent.
What about I saw a post like one female plumber joining your team.
Yes.
So that's exciting news for you, because especially the tradie team is always dominated by the men. So,
always dominated by male. It's a male-dominated industry, and when I was doing, I knew the numbers were really low, but when I was doing some research this week, I didn't realise they were more like 0.3% of all plumbers in Victoria are female, which shocking. We're in 2020, so I kind of have said it's been a silent ambition of ours, as in, you know, Dave and I and the team have always talked about, it'd be great to get a female plumber, and wondered why we had so much trouble recruiting one. And then when I saw that stat, it made a lot of sense. So Cass has joined our team this week as our second-year apprentice, and we're super excited to have her on board. We think she'll fit our team really well.
That's awesome. And we actually did talk about so you have your first female plumber on board, but one of your other passions about your business, you know, you talk about happy and talented plumbers, but it's the diversity in your team as well, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think it's possibly a bit of my background with my career and working kind of in community development and inclusion projects, but also we're in Wyndham, and the community is so diverse. So it kind of makes sense to have a business in Wyndham that is also diverse. So I was doing the stats in my head in the shower, as you do, that we had a few interviews today conducted, and they were both kind of applicants that were born overseas. So it's, and I'm just thinking, oh my goodness, it's really really cool that we're such a diverse team, because diversity brings, you know, amazing differing opinions and perspectives and way to get things done. So it's kind of happening kind of organically, and kind of because we're so open to it, we don't want to just be that stereotypical white male dominated construction business. So I think it's half organically happening that way because where we live, and half that we're really keen to get all these different perspectives.
And sorry, something just popped up there. Let me get rid of that. So the other, you touched on a bit there about your background, and what you've done in the past, and I'd like, if you're open to it, I'd love for you to share a bit of that with our viewers. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, sure. I was a proud sand groper till pre-COVID, and now I'm like, come on, you're not letting us back, guys. So I'm from Western Australia originally, from a town with about 200 people. So tiny town, down 2 hours south of Perth. Grew up there with my mum and my dad and my sisters, and then kind of migrated up to Perth, did the big 2-hour migration up to Perth to complete a traineeship in sport and part of the AFL Sports Ready. Bugged my manager at the time, who's now one of my life mentors, Lisa. She bugged her until she gave me the job, because what's kind of off the cuff mark, she said, we might have a position going soon. So I took that as an opportunity, and I just kept calling, which now when people do that to me, I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe I did that. But took that opportunity and completed my traineeship. And then there was kind of an offer of, further study, and the CEO in Melbourne for AFL Sports Ready kind of offered, would you be interested in uni degree? And I'd completed a year of social work when I lived down near Bunbury, and kind of quit because it wasn't, what a 17-year-old really wanted to learn about at the time. And I took the opportunity that was given on the table to have a bit of a scholarship, and studied sports management with a minor of marketing, and did that part-time for, 5 or 6 years. So that was kind of what I did in Perth, and then met my now husband about 12 years ago, and didn't want him to be my husband at the time. I wanted to go to London, and he followed me, which he loves me telling this story again. And we moved to London for 3 years and had the time of our lives, lots of travelling. I worked in disability sport over there, and also for a Premier League club in community development role, which I adored. And then back to Australia, and still working in community development and sport for the Wirrpunda Foundation, which is Indigenous education employment programs, mainly WA, all across WA, but they were also in Melbourne, Canberra and Sydney. So I managed kind of East Coast and was their grants writer. And then fell pregnant with our daughter Sadie, and that's when the business kind of started. So that's pre-Happy Talented Plumbers me.
Wow, that's awesome. That's a fantastic history of what you've done and where you've come through. So a lot of sport. There's a lot of sport association in there as well. Yeah,
lots of sport, and which is interesting because everyone who knows me knows that I don't watch sport, I don't play sport. At the time, I really loved it, and at the time when I did my traineeship and my degree, and then in London, that was what I did. That was my experience. But I really loved sport and elite sport. Social economic responsibility comes with elite sporting clubs like Premier League and the AFL, so the West Coast Eagles with the Wirrpunda Foundation, and Fulham Football Club where I work, that they have a responsibility because they're big multi-million-dollar companies, to give back to the community. And because in Australia, Indigenous youth, it's kind of an engagement tool, sport is, for further education and employment. So I really enjoyed the community development part of sport. So that's kind of my sport involvement was at the community level rather than the kicking the footy level.
But in a very, very important part.
That's right.
We have 2 comments, one from Katie, and she said, love you guys, awesome collaboration.
Thanks, Katie.
And another one from Karthik. And both are friends of you and friends of mine as well, and Deborah's. So guys, if you want to know something about Kat or about some of the things, and if you want to know anything, I think Kat will happy to answer.
Ask away.
So that's open for everyone. And Kat, so your sporting background, and then you started a family business. How was the transformation? How was the transformation? And what makes the from a job to become an entrepreneur or business, a family business? So what was the transformation, and how difficult, and what was the light bulb moment for you guys?
I don't know if there was a light bulb moment or that I just accidentally married a plumber. And Dave was sick of working for other people. So he's like, that's it, I'm going to start my own business. And coincided with me, we got married, we were pregnant with our first child, and I was traveling. I loved my job, and but I wasn't enjoying traveling to Melbourne every day, 2 hours there and back. And so when I went on maternity leave and I was helping Dave out bits and pieces, he was still doing everything in the business, all the admin. With me and the newborn, I thought, what do I want to do? Do I want to go back to my career? Which was turning out to, be quite a successful career, and I enjoyed it. Or do I help my husband that's up till, 1 a.m. every morning, starting this business and really trying to make something out of it. So, we made the decision that I would, and it's not that I gave my career away. I just changed from sport to plumbing, really, because I feel like I've utilised lots of the skills that I learnt in my previous life in sport and community development and marketing. A lot of it's transferable. My degree was essentially a business degree, so lots of transferable skills. I was a traineeship consultant, which it has a lot of HR, is based on HR. Now, we've got a team of 14 and growing, so those HR skills come in handy. So, so I've just kind of changed the industry, really. So we've just kind of gone from there. We got back from our honeymoon, and Dave had a voicemail asking him, it was a builder asking him to work on the block, and which at the time we took that opportunity to be a plumber on the block, and it's just kind of been chaos. Not chaos, chaos. Organized chaos since then. It's been fun, and it's been busy, and it's been amazing, and we're not good. My husband and I aren't good at being bored, and we plan a lot. We goal set a lot. So it's been a busy 7 years.
So to be invited to be part of the block, that would have been absolutely exciting, yeah?
Yeah, it was exciting, but he didn't get on TV much, and I think it's because maybe he wasn't exciting or dramatic enough, but he says it's because he did such a good job. There was no drama, so the cameras didn't want to watch him. So, it's been busy since then. We got our first staff member soon after that, and Paul is our ops manager and still with us to this day, which we're so proud of. He's amazing, and we've just built on our team of amazing people, and it's growing. We don't have a number we're going to grow to. It's just kind of growing organically, and when it stops, it stops. And as long as, we look after the team and everyone's happy and our clients are happy, then we'll just kind of let it happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we got another question from Karthik. He is like, he is more in the sport. So he's
What's the one common thing you relate between sports and your business? It was also a male-dominated industry. When I worked for AFL Sports Ready, my manager was at the time the only state manager, and she, paved the way in the organisation to kind of get where she was. And I saw her and still see her as a role model. She's now the CEO of the Wirrapunda Foundation and on various boards, and she's incredible. And but a very male-dominated industry. Then over in England, working for Fulham Football Club, very male-dominated industry, the Premier League. Most of our team in the foundation were male as well. So I guess, Karthik, to answer your question, they're both male-dominated industries. That doesn't mean females can join in and help out and give our different perspective. I think that's important. So that's one of the main kind of similarities.
Yeah. And, I'm sure you do more than help out, Kat.
Depends who you ask. Have a reputation of having the fluff role in the organisation.
Oh.
Yeah. So, it depends who you ask.
Yeah, absolutely. So you would be absolutely chuffed over seeing how and because you and Dave are so goal orientated and you can't keep still, so your business planning is something that you and Dave must have a great focus on. And just through the conversations that we've had, it's very community-based, being it's about you and your team, and the team is part of the family, and all of that sort of stuff, which is a massive component to running a business. Yeah,
absolutely. We wouldn't be anything without our team. We wouldn't be anything without our community. That they help us thrive and grow. And so it's we put the customer first all the time through our team. So like the phrase happy, talented people, we believe if we keep our team happy and we keep giving them opportunities to improve themselves and invest in them, then they're going to be happy in their role and they're going to treat our clients really well. And so we are client focused through our team, because that's just what we feel. It just keeps everyone happy. Yeah.
Very, very nice.
One question with the similar, like in the community Facebook page, someone is asking for a plumber, and then within 5-10 minutes, everyone is David McCarthy Plumbing, David McCarthy Plumbing. How the magic happen? How you guys make this community involvement and everyone is David McCarthy Plumbing? So tell me the secret recipe for that.
I don't know if there is a secret recipe. I think relationships, building relationships. Plumbers, tradies, businesses, people make mistakes all the time. And we'll admit that, we're not perfect, but what we try and do, and this is a big thing of my husband's, is that we try and, if we do make a mistake, we try and rectify it. We go back, we fix it, we make sure our client's always left happy. So we try and turn around any kind of bad experience into a good one. We're very focused on the experience that our clients get. And like I said, we might not get it right all the time, but if we don't get it right, we've got to make it end well. We've got to close it off well. Relationships are very important to us. And like I said before, you've got to look after your community, because they're the ones that make our business thrive.
Yeah. And there are certain rewards and accolades that come with doing a great business, right? Which I think you've said is coming up to a year now. But there are. So, do you want to tell a bit more about the award that David McCarthy Plumbing won last year?
Yeah, this one was a bit of a shock. We in 2016 we won the New and Emerging Wyndham Council, the Wyndham Business Award, and that really kind of another reason, Imran, in the community, that really kind of boosted our profile in the local community, winning that award. And yeah, last year we won the Trades Business of the Year, the My Business Awards, which is formerly called the Optus Awards. So it was held in Sydney, and I love a junket and I love a holiday. So I said to Dave, we're finalists, we have to go to Sydney now. And we had no... we did not think we were going to take it out because we're up against 9 amazing national companies from Perth, Sydney to in Melbourne that we, look up to and are always thinking they're an amazing company. So we really, and we were talking kind of through the awards, and then when our name was mentioned, we're like, what? What do you mean? So that was an exciting one because it was so unexpected. We really felt like we were David and Goliath. So that was cool. Yeah. So it's coming up to a year now that we took that out in Sydney. So awards kind of mean a lot to us, not to have a badge on your email signature, but it's a bit of a self-audit. When you complete the process, they're flinging these questions to you, and you've got to really stop and think, do I deserve this? Should I be applying? Are we doing well in this area, So I love it because I love the self-audit you get applying for an award. And when you do, achieve finalist stage or, when we won last year, it's great recognition for our team as well because it's our award, our entire team's award. So it's great for them to receive that recognition too.
Yeah, nice. Very nice.
That's very great thing. And I was always encourage. So another thing, we was talking, that's something amazed me from you guys have started from your garage. Now you are a team of 13. So what is your next 5 years? Where
oh God. Don't ask Imran. I'd love a year with nothing, but I just don't know that that's going to happen anytime soon. That's the problem. Dave's so entrepreneurial and innovative, and it can be painful. And then I don't like sitting still and like goal setting, so we're a terrible pair. This year. Even this week, getting our first plummet was amazing. Also, this last fortnight, we got the keys to another factory a few doors down because we outgrew our factory, which is scary and exciting. So, 7 years ago, we were in the garage and in the spare room, and then we were in a national storage shed. Then we're at Wallace Ave, and then we got too big for that, so we bought a factory in Lavant North where we are now. Too big for that, so we've kind of got the keys for 2 doors down, and we've got big plans of extending downstairs to have a bigger meeting room because we don't fit in our current meeting room for toolbox talks, and a room for all of our team to kind of, a bit of a chill out room, have breakfast, have lunch. So that's kind of till the end of the year, our plans. We've also got something big happening next weekend. Not Dan Andrews' announcement, something cooler than that, more positive than whatever Dan says, more exciting than that. So stay tuned. There's always something happening, which is cool, it's all good stuff. It's all exciting. And so that's the next 5 years, Imran. Oh God, I'm scared to even think. We're expanding to Geelong as well, so we'll probably have a bigger emphasis on that next year. So always looking for the next happy, talented person down that way to help us out. So it'll be another big few because it's just what we do.
Yeah. So when actually going back to the rewards and, it is that self-audit. You were recently a finalist in another award as well. And this was more about you. So this was kind of the Mumpreneur Awards, is that right? Came bronze in the Oz Mumpreneur Award for service business, which was cool.
But what was cooler was the winner of that award was also a Wyndham mum, because these were nationally recognised awards. And, a Wyndham mum took it out. So I thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
So, and also another local mumpreneur, Kasween, she took out a couple of the categories as well, bronze categories. So, yeah, which was exciting. It was good to see all these amazing mums in business and some of the innovative things they create. So it was just, I was in awe of them all. I thought, oh, why am I in this room? So, they are incredible, some of the businesses they've created. It was really cool to be a part of.
Awesome. So it sounds like Wyndham did very well from that.
Yes.
Yeah. Nice. Very nice. Awesome. And you go, Imran.
We have hi from Beck Heaton.
Hey, Beck.
And Karthik also thanks you as well. So for your, because I know he is very passionate about sports.
Excellent.
He's very passionate about the sports, and he loves. So that's all. So Deborah, what you were gonna ask? I was in between, but you asked something to Kat.
Look, I suppose I wanted to sort of recognize Kat for, like, yes, she and like you say, you didn't give up on your career, you just changed the industry that you're in. But it is that transferable of skills that can sit on top of any industry, right, with what you have. So I don't think, and you said, maybe it's because where you ended up is because you accidentally married a plumber. I'm sure David's very grateful for the skills that you've got, because that obviously has been able to keep the business somewhat family orientated, because a lot of those skills are usually skills that are outsourced.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm lucky enough, and another reason why I didn't go back to full-time work for someone else is because we're building this for our family, and I'm able to take my kids to school. I'm able to kind of work. I work from home 3 days a week in our home office, which I'm in now. So that there's a lot of benefits for it. The poor kids. The unfortunate side is Dave and I never switch off, and we never stop talking shop. So they're brought up like just with all this jargon. So, but yeah, it's there's definitely good parts of it as well. And I've brought in, like you said, the transferable skills, and I do what I think I do best in the business. I'm not. And I haven't ever kind of done any. I've answered phones. Don't get me wrong, but we've got an amazing client relationship manager, Kathy, who schedules and talks to our clients and is the liaison between our plumbers and our clients. So she does an excellent job of that. So yeah, we've outsourced things that we don't have time to do because we're bigger now, and what I'm not necessarily great at doing. So Kathy could be a plumber. She's so worded up on plumbing, whereas I am pretty hopeless with that part of it.
But that's the important part, right? Is do what you do well and outsource what you don't have time for, or you can't do well.
Yeah, I mean, I could have done it, and but we're always for the clients, and it would have been like, just wait. So it was better to have someone, Kathy, who's a local point cook mum as well, come on board.
Nice. Before I wrap up on a last question, Imran, do you have anything?
I am very interested to ask to all my guests, like, how was your journey during the COVID, and what positives you guys, because every business has some positives in this pandemic. So I'm keen to know, like, how it goes to your business, how it was in the pandemic time.
The COVID journey. Well, in March, when it was really unknown and we started lockdown, everyone was hoarding toilet paper, and I was hoarding PPE for my team because I was freaked out that they were going in houses and they would get this scary, virus. So I'm embarrassed how many coveralls I have in the shed for all the team. And today I was talking to one of our plumbers' friend. I said, "Can you take some coveralls? Can you just wear them?" Because I bought so many, hundreds of coveralls. So at the start, it was panic stations, fear. What's this going to do to our family, to our business, to our team? And I had an absolute panic. This is right at the start. And I'd seen Italy had literally shut the doors, China had shut the door. No plumbers allowed out, nobody. So panic stations, and we're a really transparent company to our team. They know everything that's going on. I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but we're really honest and open with them. So I'm, doing these big emails and text messages on that weekend saying, right, here's all our options. Here's A, B, blah, blah, blah. And all of them, all of our staff called us up. It happened over a weekend, and they offered to, and this never happened, by the way, they offered to volunteer, they offered to drop their salaries, they offered to, work for free, which made me even more upset because I thought, you're so beautiful, So this was me at the start of COVID, and Dave and I were just like, aren't our team, they're just, aren't they incredible?
Wow.
All of them. Were calling us, they were going to volunteer for us, so that was amazing. And that's, a testament to them for just being fabulous team members. So, when the fear subsided and I stopped stockpiling sanitizer, I shared it around. Look, we've been okay. I will not complain being a plumber in COVID because we have still been able to operate. We haven't been able to operate at 100%, but no one has. And we're grateful that we've been able to operate how we can. We're grateful for our team for being just there for us and patient. And so I think what's come out of this journey for us, Imran, is that we're just grateful, and we keep being grateful. And I just feel terrible all the time for, people in hospitality and travel and events and photography that have had to literally stop. So, it's been up and down. There's been good stuff. Deb and I have talked about it. There's been lots of lovely family time and ability to just stop, because we're both such yes people. We say yes to everything. So it keeps you busy. So it's been nice to have the forced no on us. So, that's how we've survived COVID.
Awesome. Well, the next question I have, which is an important and a very important question, and it's up to you how you want to respond to this, because the response to this question could either increase your friend base or decrease it. That is, who are you barracking for?
Oh, well, all of our family, all of Dave's family, my mother-in-law, the cats, huge Cats fans. So I think I'll be out of the will if I didn't say go Cats.
Good on.
So you are from WA in Western Australia, and now you are in Kashem. So do you miss WA a lot? Because I feel like it's a 3 hours difference for us. Maybe lots of things is different. But how you still miss your WA?
I miss my WA a lot, especially this year because I'm very close to my dad and my sisters, and we normally see each other every 3 months. Either I'm flying there or they're flying here. So we haven't seen each other since New Year's Day. So, it's been awful. But I've got a cousin in England at the moment that's stuck, and her fiance's in America. So there's always people that are worse off than me. But I'm missing home a lot. And WA is the strictest border in Australia at the moment. They might as well be called West Australia. So I miss WA. I'm very proud Sandgroper. I always, on a rainy day, tell Dave how much better WA would be today. So I do miss home. I do love it here. Here's my new home. But I miss family. And this year it's hard.
Absolutely. Well, Kat, it has been absolutely awesome to have you here with us. and loved all the experience that you've shared with our viewers. And we actually look forward to watching how the happy talented plumbers grow, and knowing how passionate you and David are about not only your business, but it's that family affair with your team. I can just imagine what the next 5 years is going to look like. Busy, but I think you say that, but at the same time, it's like, well, it keeps us. That's what you and Dave thrive on, is that busyness.
Yeah, that's it.
So absolutely, really, really awesome to have you here. And so being for me, who am I going for? Well, I'm going to say Geelong. I didn't know much about AFL, of course, when I moved here from Sydney. But yeah, so come on, Cats. What about you, Imran?
I'm also cat fan, because when I came to Australia, like that's 4 years, Cats win 3 times. So if I have to pick a good team,
You're on the bandwagon, Imran.
so that's my story to supporting Cat. So hopefully this year, Cat will win.
Yes.
Awesome.
Thank you so much, Cat. And
Thank you, guys.
we're gonna get lots of happy news as well.
Yes, definitely.
Yes, absolutely.
So bye for today. Have a great weekend, and hopefully everyone will be Cat supporter will be happy.
Exactly. Thanks, guys.
All right, then. See you, Kat.
Bye.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye. All right.
So-
well, we better wrap up before I disappear into the background of my darkness, and then find out why my camera keeps adjusting to every light position I do.
Now, this other thing is the evening time, and
Yeah.
all of the people are in the celebrate mood. So let's enjoy them, and
Yeah.
let's enjoy the IFL final week. And hopefully next week the new guest will come. We will announce. And if you guys love to share any feedback, feel free to share with us. We really value your feedback.
Absolutely. And just to put it out there, there's actually another grand final happening this weekend, being the NRL. So we are staunch Storm supporters. So go Storm.
Yeah, we are Melbourne, 100%.
Absolutely. All right, then.
Guys, have a great weekend, and hopefully we're gonna share some winning news next week.
Yes, absolutely. All right, bye.